Yeah, so someone, another practitioner had asked a question, and they were wondering about, they were asking if there was a paradox to work in terms of, what one does. It sounded like, the maybe more formal job. I'm not sure exactly what.
Well, the paradox would be that it doesn't exist. It appears. So what is work is not really work. That's where we need to go. What is work? Pressure, pain, suffering, pleasure, fun. So what is work? Effort? What does that mean? Could be bliss. So it's relative and subjective and non-existing. It's no work. It's not. All right, the grass grows. The sun shines. All right, and the body breathes, but there's no work. Right? Because we can see that from a psychological viewpoint, or we can see it from the dharmic viewpoint. Of emptiness, nothing happening. And everything happens. So the thought, what is work, can make work a problem or a solution. That's relative to the individual. So, comment? Next one?
Yeah. This is coming from the Divine Agreement on page 43. This is your text here. You were saying, this natural ability of viewing and reviewing of karmatic patterns gives one the ability or power to reverse karmatic events in or on the causal plane. This reversing of karmatic events and those causal sequences which they are a result of may be allowed to bring about appropriate or necessary changes on the physical plane of action. This reversing process may directly affect what is happening and thus what will happen. And my question is, can you give an example of how one might reverse a karmatic event or effect?
Don't believe it. Don't validate it. Don't empower it. Don't reinforce it. Restructure it. It's like a composition. How do you redo a composition? What is it? Redoing a composition. Okay. Reversing it, perhaps. Changing it. So we're talking about the potential of change. Undo it. It's in the undoing. It's not a big deal. It's just in the undoing. Recreate it. Redo what the form is, so that the result is more favorable, if there is such a thing. More positive, maybe, if there is such a thing. Reverse it. Take a bad memory, and explode it, burn it. Say, no, don't believe it. Not true. That is not true. It's an emotion that is just not true. Say, bad. See what happens. See, so when we get to the Dharma, what you're learning is what is really true. Not all the karma that you've been validating as yourself and believing that's true, which is relatively true because you experience it, but it's absolutely not true beyond the point. It's not the truth. When you look at something such as what we've created in terms of our past, it's not real. It's not true. It's memory, but it's not true. It can be dissolved. But the moment is true, not the memory of time necessarily. So if you look at what's happening now, right here and now, you see that anything else is not necessarily as true, except in thought form. So the being here now is true. That's practice. Everything else it took to get here is not so true. It's not actually here and now, it's a memory, so it's a dimension removed from the physical experience of nowness. Yesterday, the day before, birth, right? Family, everything else outside of here, it's relatively so, but not absolutely true. So, as now it's true, it's sitting here now, it's true. Well, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's already gone too. So maybe that doesn't exist either.